Welcome back. Optimism over the economic recovery may be wavering just a bit right now. Oddly, the unemployment rate dropped in April, but that may not actually be good news. So take a look at the numbers with me. We're down to 8.1%. The economy added 115,000 jobs, but that's only around half of what was expected. Joining me now is Alex Munoz, the owner and principal of CSR, a small business consulting firm. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Randy.
So let's talk about the jobs and the latest numbers. A lot of folks are asking, well, how can it be bad news when the unemployment rate goes down? So help everybody understand that.
Well, sometimes the unemployment rate goes down because some people decide that they're going to give up looking for a job. It's a little misleading. I mean, you have to think of it in terms of both the numerator and the denominator of the equation. Who's still looking for a job versus who's decided to kind of hang it up?
Yeah, because I think, what about 340,000 workers or so dropped out of the labor force?
That's right. I tend to work with small companies, and what I'm seeing is things are certainly better than they were a year ago and a lot better than where they were 2 years ago. But there's still a lot of hesitation in some of my clients to go and actually make that job offer. They'd rather keep things with as much flexibility as they can and have whoever it is that they bring aboard be more of a contractor than a permanent employee.
And is that the trend then that you're seeing in small businesses?
I see that a lot. There's just a real reticence for a business owner to say, okay, I'm going to have this variable expense become a fixed expense. I'm going to have this person come on board, and particularly if they're over a certain size, they're going to end up getting locked into having to pay potentially health insurance and other benefits that if they were just using them as they needed, they wouldn't be committed to doing.
So would you say they are or really aren't hiring, or maybe just not as much as we'd all like to see them hiring?
Well, define hiring, right? If you mean hiring and having them be a permanent employee, I still see that lagging. I do see substantially more activity over even at last year at this point of folks that are bringing on help. Things are definitely picking up, but business owners are just, they feel more comfortable having folks come on as a contractor or as a part-timer that gives them a lot more flexibility. So if things kind of bottom out again, they're not tied into these employees that then what do they do with, right?
Yeah, we're looking at a chart there just of where the jobs are, and you say actually that a move away from service is good for the market. Well, how so?
Well, some of my clients are both in the service industry as well as manufacturing. My manufacturing clients, interestingly enough, are picking up the work that they're doing. As things become more expensive because of the dollar being low, I'm sorry, the other way around. As things become more expensive because of some of the other countries in the world, Brazil, Russia, India, China, going and buying more and more of the raw commodities, folks are turning more back into the U.S. to try and manufacture some of those things that used to be cheaper to buy offshore. So some of my manufacturing clients, for example, in the fertilizer industry, are ending up seeking to expand their workforce. These are more hourly employees to work in their plants. But it is a move away from some of the service components of the industry.
All right. Alex Munoz, thank you very much for your time this morning.
My pleasure.
So today could mark the path to justice for families of the victims of